Put the content out. Feed the viewers. Well, by the way, hello viewers. Me again. Another beautiful day. Yep. Hope your five senses work, health and strength is good or excellent. What? Okay, Sega. Could you make a converter CD for the, I would say, Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3, where you can play the Sega CD, Sega Saturn, and Dreamcast games on the PS3 or PS3 and Xbox 360. Could you at least do that? You know, or probably on the original, or probably like on the say PS4 and Xbox One, make a converter CD to where you can play your Sega CD, Sega Saturn, and Dreamcast games on those, whether PS4, Xbox One, or PS3, Xbox 360. Either or, doesn't matter. Just saying. Could you at least do that? Anyway, oh, by the way, listen to this article. Oh, by the way, hello viewers, me again. Listen to this. Sega rules out Saturn or Dreamcast mini console. Says here, Sega has ruled out making any more mini consoles, dashing hopes for a Saturn or Dreamcast revival. The company behind Sonic the Hedgehog has released a number of nostalgic fuel mini consoles based on the Sega Genesis, but has so far stopped short of continuing the trend, with mini versions of 1994 Sega Saturn or 1998 Dreamcast, the latter of which was Sega's final console. Sega fans have over the last few years hoped that the company would continue its mini range. In an interview with The Guardian, Sega of America and Europe CEO Shuji Utsumi said it was looking to a future rather than the past for new products. Looking to the future rather than the past. Could be that they're making a new console. Could they be making a new console? Only time will tell. But anyway, it says here, I am not going for the mini direction. He said, it's not me. I want to embrace modern gamers. He said, then we're not a retro company. We really appreciate our legacy. We value it, but at the same time, we want to deliver something new. Otherwise, we'll become history. That's not what we aim for. He says, while Sega has said no to the mini console, it has big plans to revive its older intellectual properties with modern takes. For example, big new games in Crazy Taxi, that's an open world game. Jet Set Radio Future, that's an open world game too. Shinobi, open world, no side scrolling. Golden Axe, open world game. Streets of Rage, open world. Virtual Fighter, open world, are all in the works. Anyway, it says here, these are being developed as Sega continued with the hugely successful Sonic, Persona, Yakuza series, with Creative Assembly working on new Total War games and Alien Isolation 2. Sports Interactive continues with internal Popular Football Manager. Meanwhile, in an interview with BBC, Utsumi suggests Sega is considering launching its own subscription service for video games, competing with the likes of EA Play, Xbox Game Pass, PlayStation Plus, to name but a few. He says, we're thinking something and discussing something. We cannot disclose it right now, he said. And he said, anything else? I think that's it. I think that's the end of the article. I think there's a video here. No, that's the end of the article. So they're making Alien Isolation 2. Okay, that would be nice. I mean, they could if they're working on like a subscription service, that would be good. Bring all the old classics, the old classic games. I mean, put all the older games with your newer games. on that on that subscription service. That's a good move, you know. And I like what he said about he said we're not a retro company. We really appreciate our legacy. We value it, but at the same time we want to deliver something new. Means otherwise we'll become history. Meaning that they don't want to keep dwelling off the past. You know, they want to take what they have and then expand it and then grow it. That's a good point. You know, you have to change with the times. And based on the list of games that they're working on here, like I said, let's see what do we got here. Where is it? Let's see. Crazy Taxi, open world. Jet Set Radio Future, open world game. Shinobi, open world. Don't do what Tecmo did with Ninja Gaiden by going back to 2D. You're limited in what you can do when it comes to 2D. Golden Axe, open world. Streets of Rage, open world game. Virtual Fighter could have been like an open arena fighting game based on the trailer that they showed. So yeah. So of course they got Sega Rally, Daytona USA, Vector Man, Comic Zone. I would love to see a Comic Zone, open world comic zone game where like you go from column to column, but each column, like in a comic, each column is open world. You can move around in full 3D and all that. Oh yeah. Yeah, a Comic Zone like that, yeah, that would be good. What other games they have here? Of course, they can bring out a new Afterburner if they want to. Was it Virtual Racing? Yeah, yeah. Sega has a nice catalog, man. So they can definitely bring those games to open world format. Don't go back to that 2D format, man, because that 2D format stuff, you're limited in what you can do, man. You know, your freedom of movement is like limited in what you can do. Yeah. But other than that, man, yeah, good move on their part. You know, if they do a subscription service, great. They got a huge catalog they can do it from. Of course, they got Phantasy Star. You know, who made Shining Force again? Who was that? Was that Sega with Shining Force? Shining Force. Oh, Dragon Force was published by Work Design, if I can recall. So Sega got a nice catalog they can go from. They can of course they got their 2K games that they can bring to a subscription service. So they got options, man. They made a good point though by saying you know, we're not a retro company, meaning that you're doing the same recycled stuff all over again. You know, we really appreciate our legacy, meaning that's a stepping stone, meaning that's a foundation. But it says we value it, but at the same time we want to deliver something new. Otherwise we will become history. Meaning that if they don't keep up with the times, they'll be left behind. Yep. Yeah. So Sega can definitely do that. It says that's not what we aim for. So that's a good statement to stand on. You know, like we don't want to keep recycling the same games like how Capcom milked Street Fighter 2, and that's all they kept doing until they finally got a wake up call from SNK. Anyway, so yeah, that's a good move on Sega's part though, to keep up with the time. But a lot of their games that they have are open world games. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, Star Wars, Star Trek, Board, Go. Peace.